Good afternoon, Chair Councillor Meehan, Mayor Gondek, City Councillors, committee members, City Administration, and my fellow members of the public. My name is Frano Cavar, and I am the Director of Government Relations of the Calgary Construction Association. Formed in 1943, the Calgary Construction Association is the primary representative of Calgary's commercial construction industry. With over 800 member companies and through partnerships with our cross-sector partners on the residential side, we represent almost 80,000 Calgarians who are employed in the industry. I'm here to offer my remarks regarding this project, both as a representative of Calgary's construction industry and as a proud Calgarian myself. The Calgary Construction Association is keenly interested in City Council's exploration work around the Fieldhouse and the Foothills Athletic Park redevelopment plan. We are pleased that Council has taken the next step by striking this committee to build a significant infrastructure project of this size. If you recall, of course, the cornerstone of this project is the proposed multisport fieldhouse that for decades Calgarians have longed for. I note the first fieldhouse plan was envisioned in 1967. Lester B. Pearson was our Prime Minister, Queen Elizabeth II was in the 15th year of her reign, and the Beatles had just released Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. I think it's fair to say that this is a project that has been a long time coming. And to be fair, our cross-provincial friends to the north in Edmonton built the Kinsman Fieldhouse in 1968. Dare I say there's some catching up to do. The Fieldhouse project alone represents an element of civic life tied to recreation and sport. Sport is important to a city, and facilities like a fieldhouse provide a place for people to gather and enjoy activities. This can help to create a sense of community and foster a sense of belonging. Growing up in Calgary, I was fortunate to visit both Southland and Village Square leisure centers, or Winsport and the Olympic Oval. Recently, I joined a recreation multisports league that plays at the Genesis Center. Our city's recreation facilities are visited by families and friends alike who bond together through sport. I'm sure that a new field house will only add to the experience and value of being a Calgarian. From a construction perspective, projects like this will, without any doubt, create jobs and spur further economic activity in our city. Oftentimes, projects like this are massive undertakings that will see hundreds of millions of dollars invested in our construction industry. Think of the subsections of the build and design industry that will certainly be involved. Architects, engineers, estimators, electricians, cement truck operators, sheet metal workers, drywallers, tapers, painters, the list goes on. But it's about more than just that. Bill Black, our president, and I are here today to represent an industry of city builders, leaders, and innovators, people who have built this city from the ground up. Projects like this provide our industry with a sense of civic pride, of an important purpose, and a sense of moving our community forward. I also believe that having strong civic amenities, field houses, and other recreation facilities can help to attract new residents to Calgary, adding to our civic fabric and, of course, stimulating economic growth. Projects like this provide a place for Calgarians to exercise, socialize, and relax, and dare I say, live, work, and play. Looking at the bigger picture, the work of this committee will certainly be about the Fieldhouse and the community around it. The Foothills area redevelopment plan, of course, is a conceptual plan that calls for a transformation of the Foothills area into a vibrant community that would include new athletic facilities, 2,500 residential units, commercial and retail space, and renovations to McMahon Stadium. Just like the Fieldhouse itself, the entire district will provide a serious economic boom into Calgary's construction industry in terms of jobs and economic activity. And we, of course, are excited to see the development of a much-needed recreation district that all Calgarians can be proud of. I believe that the opportunity really is the Fieldhouse itself and the community and activity that will spur around it. Councillor Meehan and committee members, we wish you success as you progress with the work of this committee. It is without any doubt a massive undertaking, and I know that you are up for it. We hope that this new committee continues its work diligently, and this project doesn't become another thing that Calgary didn't do. As an association, we thank you for the invitation to speak to you today, and we extend ourselves as a resource to help you throughout this process. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I am not seeing any questions in the queue for you right now, Frano, and so with that we will go to Mr. Bill Black, and then we have Ms. Deborah Yedlin on deck.
Good afternoon, Chair, Councillor Meehan, City Councillors, City Administration, fellow Calgarians, industry partners. My name is Bill Black. I am the President and COO of the Calgary Construction Association, which my colleague Frano has provided some background of. I am here also as a representative of our construction industry and as a Calgarian myself. I've been in the industry for 42 years, 32 of them in Calgary, and I've been directly involved in the construction of many of our prominent buildings. Since coming to Calgary in '91 with $500 in my pocket, this industry and the city building opportunities that I have been fortunate to work on, along with the Calgarians who have supported me and the companies that have employed me, have provided me with incredible opportunities to grow professionally in terms of my career and as an individual and a meaningful contributor to our city. It's from this perspective that I wish to comment on this project and the athletic park development today, because our industry does provide incredible career opportunities for Calgarians, for new Calgarians, and projects such as this are at the heart of these opportunities. We frequently reflect on the fact that we have the privilege as a city to be seen as one of the top cities to live in North America. However, remaining in that position takes continuous effort and continuous vision. And as my colleague already mentioned, it requires us to be a city that actually gets stuff done. Not only is this project an opportunity to do that, but when combined with Green Line Event Centre, many other public and private developments across our city, it is absolutely part of the next chapter in Calgary's story in terms of facilities, amenities, quality of life, and great communities, all the features that will see us as a city of choice for many decades to come. From the perspective of our industry, projects like this present opportunities for high-profile involvement in community building. It matters greatly to our city, and it also secures employment and long-term work, which is the backbone of our industry. These projects attract the talent that we need in order to keep building the Calgary of the future. Because despite the existence of many larger organizations in the building sector, 70 to 80% of our industry is comprised of small owner-operator businesses, many with 10 or less employees in their office. They may have 180 people in the field, but they're small businesses. They're the core of our business fabric in a city like this. They operate on thin margins in a high-risk business that, leading up to COVID, was already, through our weak economy, living project to project or barely living at all. So we're growing again, and our industry is gearing up. And for us to thrive, we not only need a backlog of work and projects, our industry also needs to see a backlog of opportunity. More is coming. That's what allows organizations to make longer-term commitments in growing their organizations and continuing to invest in Calgary, and also making long-term commitments to retaining their employees and providing jobs. A project such as the Fieldhouse and the athletic park redevelopment provide landmark features that inspire our industry to get involved, and they encompass a broad range of other projects that go along with this as a core. And these will lead to opportunities for many commercial and residential builders over a number of years. This development not only secures the facilities and amenities that Calgarians need to live, work and play, but they provide anchor work and certainty to those who are a part of the design and construction process. As Frano has already mentioned, architects, engineers and consultants, general contractors, trade contractors, manufacturers and distributors, and many, many other support organizations in logistics and other services. It's hard to say just exactly how many without a more detailed project scope, but I think based on projects that I've been involved in over my career, it is fair to say that a project of this scale and a development of this scale will likely see several hundred field and trades working throughout its duration, and they will also be supported by several hundred more in the design and project oversight, project management aspects of delivering these. It's easy to imagine 75 to 100 different businesses or more would derive direct revenue from this construction process. Many of them, as I've already said, small businesses who are at the heart of our community, and they make up our industry, all of whom employ Calgarians. This secures revenue, it secures talent that will work on this project and be there to work on the other projects that are to come. These are needed for our collective growth as we attract investment and other folks to the Calgary marketplace. It's needed by Calgarians, and while it might have been an elusive element for some time to the frustration of many, we believe now's the time to move forward with it. Councillor Meehan and committee members, we thank you for an opportunity to participate in such a vital dialogue, and we wish you success and would pledge our support as an association with access to many members who will support and provide any assistance you might need moving forward. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Black.